And this is my website report on Chelsea FC Fan Club. As you can see here, here's my table of content I did for the project. You have introduction, process, home, Chelsea news, Chelsea fixtures, Chelsea players, Chelsea history, Chelsea forms, that's PHP, and Chelsea table. These are all like the navigation like things you can go to for like a Chelsea that I put on my website and all that. And here's the sitemap and the Wi-Fi. So let's go here. The introduction, here it is. I basically based this off just like my friend was like doing an Arsenal one, and the teacher gave me ideas for. I was like, so I was like, maybe I'll do a Chelsea like one because that would be like cool and easy since I like Chelsea and all that, and it's football, so that's pretty good. So the process, it took me a bit of a while to like do all this, like I had to like wrap my head around that. Like I used like all the labs I had to use to in order to like make this for me myself. And so yeah, I just like linked the page together. Navigation bar, like the HTML that you find on One Tree Schools, is actually pretty helpful. So like I use that. So let's go to Chelsea news. And this is the news section right here. Like I just added like a little slideshow for it, like using JSS and CSS that I found from One Tree Schools, which is pretty e- easy, I guess. It was like pretty easy, but like I was trying to wrap my head around like the whole like GSS thing, because like at first I didn't realize how to use ASS, but now I'm like I got more used to it. So that was pretty good. Let me get the Chelsea fixtures. I got most of the code from like a website, and I actually like just changed it around. Like I did a lot to like I had to like mess around with it for so long just to like make it there was like so many stuff that I had to do, and I had to like change it around like by adding more images, like adding the time and all that to the chat to the like match boxes and the time and the date and all that. Since they didn't do it, so I had to do all that, which was took a while to me to. So basically, made it my own. I just didn't copy like I didn't copy like all of that. I just made it like my own in a way. And Chelsea players, like my friend helped me. He told me like the website to like find it like Woody Skills. He helped me on the profile card and the like One Tree Schools. I just used that, and that's pretty good. So like I just found it like One Tree Schools and the CSS for profile card, and I just like went in ahead and used. I used like the paragraph command came in so much clutch, so you can just like use that to like add the labels for the kind of like say like let's say Lukaku, you just add like P uh midfielder close piece with slash P, and then you add numbers P slash P, and then yeah, that's pretty good. And you have Chelsea history. That was quite interesting. I didn't know what to do for this really, but I just like did a quick summary on the Chelsea history, and I was like, yeah, so that's pretty done, pretty much done. And I said I made I made the Chelsea font myself. Basically, did it off of like a thing that I did like before for my labs and all that, and I basically had it like just like put it all I put it together and like moved like the mails, but I didn't want to do like not too much, so I just made a link to like so you can go to the forms and just like type what you want. So like I used the JSS to like make all the emails. So like say basically yeah, because like if you don't like sometimes if you before I typed at gmail.com, and if you didn't type at gmail.com it would still go through. So I made it where it would only go through to like any email domain, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's pretty good. And I made it where it doesn't disappear. The text doesn't appear, like it doesn't send you to like a blank page or something. It just makes you like the batch just like see the message at the bottom of the page, which is cool. Now you can refresh the page and it just deletes everything. Or you can press reset form on the form and then like reset your messages. So that's pretty cool. Chelsea table. I get it basically just off a lab as well, which I like basically like added the table, added the matches. Like what I did, I think it was lap 6 or 7 that I did it for one, and I just had that thing as well. Just like added up to Chelsea, and I added a link to the Premier League fixtures. So like yeah, so everyone can see like where Chelsea is and where the other players, the teams are. So that's really good. And here's my side map where all my like you know stuff is and like what's inside each page and all that. So that's pretty good. And you have the wireframe, like basically like the layout of the home, like I put the title on the heading in the top, navigation bar where everything is, Chelsea logo, all the Chelsea or like all the Chelsea logos, 14 and this, and right now there's a Chelsea official Chelsea website under it. So yeah, that's pretty good. Here's the HTML web validator. just all over here. And to be honest, was pretty like annoying because like I didn't realize that some of my things I didn't close so most of my websites since it had slash body, so that was kind of annoying. And then there was table, which I had to wait no, there was actually title which I had to add and a head because I forgot to add head mostly most of my things. I didn't know you had to have that, but you had to according to HTML. And I had to add it all, so that was pretty annoying. And then I had to add the meta caret 1 to F8. That like basically allows it to be supported by like the Windows because like apparently I did it without it for like other websites and said, oh you need it's not supported, try out like Windows 1252 in order to like fix this problem and it's an error for 1 to 3. So I fixed that, so that's pretty good. And yes, for the CSS validator, it's actually pretty surprising. Like none of them had problems. Like none of them had problems at all. So that was pretty good. I didn't have to worry about much of that. So yeah, that was pretty easy. And then you have the internal CSS, which I did, which is a lot. So yeah, let me go down by down with it. So these are like the bodies. Like you have here, it's like all the bodies, and you have the like font family, you have the font family over here, the font family over here, and all that. Like just like what you want the fonts to be like, and all the forms. And here with the color, it's just blue, and like the background is like white and blue. And yeah, the footer, which is like the colors for like I made the footer like blue, like I sent it in the middle. I had to fix. I had it. Got the fix from like actually from Woodtree schools. So I had to use to like fix the at the bottom because at the time it was just sticky and it just wouldn't like let me see information on the bottom. So that was so annoying. Decoration. You have header. Like the header is like the top of the page where you have the color. I just made it blue because why not? It's for Chelsea. You have the navigation color. You have the navigation box. I mean, it's like you have all the navigation blue and you make it like centered in like the top center so it doesn't like look wonky and you have a hover like yeah that's it. The section is like other sections like you have like the section like the closed section like bracket section and slash section. That's what you do and just like make text and like border up radius and remove the shadow and all that. And you have the footer. It's like the same thing I explained earlier. And you have the home section, which I like just text and line. The image, just to make the Chelsea image of the main page like in the middle and like the right page, like the right size and all that. And like the margin box shadows, like just to make it like straight and like not like messed up. And the box shadow is like so just like you see a shadow on it above. You know what I mean? Anyway, news is like the news box basically. Like you see the colors and all that, and then you just make it. And then here we have the news images. It's just I think I removed the news images and replaced it with this slider. So yeah, for the slideshow container. So there's that. And here we have the fixtures, which I did for like the other for the thing, which I had to use for the fixture images. I have to use for like the match logos and all that to like fit them in and don't make them like overlap and make them bigger than they have to be over the other ones, which I like copied the logos off our website. So that's it. There we go. And the player side, the players table, which I had to use for like each player's like so. Basically, it made it easier because I can just copy and paste the images from the Chelsea website and just paste it in, so that I didn't have to like worry about the images that much. I just have to make them smaller, and that was pretty much it. Here, and then you have history, like making the text not too big. So yeah, that was pretty good. History images, like just for the image, the Chelsea history image from 1947. The form container, where like basically like the form where I put like make them like the size and all that, and training schedule, which I had like over there somewhere. It was pretty good. So yeah, I don't really mind that one. Player cards like the size and the image of like basically made the background of the Chelsea players like white. I could have made it blue, but I just wanted to keep it like that. So yeah, and I had to yeah. So scrolling down here, you have the Chelsea like the heading tree like the smaller heading than 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. Jersey icon just had the copy pasted off like the other ones for the player one. Then we have Chelsea one. This is like from the website, which was a scroll bar. Like the scroll bar is like blue now, pretty sure. That was pretty good. It resets the cell padding and all that. Containers containing like all of the things, so that was kind of annoying to mess with. I had to like deal with all that. You have the match days, like match days, like basically like the matches, like the matches that like I'll show you on the website later. But yeah, here you go. This is like basically for the like matches and where I put how to do with all the matches and all that, which was so annoying. So we're gonna scroll all that way down. Just the same thing. Let's scroll all the way down. These all this is forgot I did all that. Here's the inline code. I basically just made the text for the history blue, and that was pretty much it for the inline code. So yeah, that was pretty sure. Have the internal CSS, which I did for here, which is basically like I made the photo color like black, cause why not? Cause it was pretty nice. So yeah, that was pretty easy enough. Yeah, that's easy enough. And you have the accessibility features. I didn't really do much for it because I couldn't do it because I needed a domain name and most of them cost like so like 20 euro, 30 euro, and I wasn't really like I was like it's like one time thing. I'm not gonna waste like a lot of money to make a domain. So and there was like barely any, and the free ones were just like fake. So like that was bad, and most of the website like unsafe. Like I tried to like go into it and then like my computer warned me that you could get a virus since there was a license problem with it. So I was like, oh, then I might not do it. Then I don't want to risk losing my data or anything like that. So I didn't do anything with it, and most of them just like didn't work. They're so outdated anyway. Here's my forms where you can like type your name in, enter your email. Let's take a preview of it. So for I need the table like, and I'll show you like, and here's the JavaScript. JavaScript is like here's like the slide indicator, or what you call from Java schools, less slides, like the name, what's it called and all that. The dot is like the dot at the bottom of the like slideshow, which I'll show in like the actual thing like next time. And then here you have the set timeout where it just changes images every like 3 seconds. Like you wait 3 seconds and look, it just moves to another image. Like the dot changes as well. So yeah. And here we have the function for the forms where you can, which I basically copied off my like form validator of my lab in like class. So that was easy enough. And here we have the thing where you can add like emails, names, make it like which name like you have it's forcing you to pick a name, pick an email, for you to pick a message, and it can this checks to like how much like if you filled in the gaps like for the name, email, message. So yeah, and it here is like checks all everything. It checks like if you actually like put the email in its proper format, like at gmail.com, at code.uk, .ie, honeymail, like on a hotmail, yeah, all that stuff basically. And check if the fields were like received, like if you received it, and show a message if the field is not required. It was the bottom, which is alert, which will just appear on the screen like a yellow box with like yellow exclamation mark, I think, and then you just put alert. This is not filled in properly and all that. You have the logos, which I just did. It was pretty small, just like have it like moving like 3 seconds, and it's basically the same like the slideshow, but like smaller, you could say. And it's like slideshow and changing the logo every few seconds. And here's the reference and all that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the report. I hope you liked it, and I'll show you next time. I'll show you the website. Peace.